Hey there, can you hear me okay? How does it sound? Just gonna move the mic a little bit. Sorry. Okay. Phantom wins first. The first question I'm receiving is, would you wear knee-high Crocs? Absolutely not. Hey, Blackeyed Kid. Hi, everybody. So I've been meaning to do this for a while. Hi, Ryan. Welcome. Pop in your stream, Cherry. So, as usual, I just like to say, you might hear some background noise, people talking, whatever. I am not completely by myself. So just please excuse that. If I just waited for it to be totally quiet all the time, I would never do this, so I kind of have to get over that. So I'm sorry if you hear anything. And yeah, so before I start answering any questions or anything, I did just want to talk to you guys for a minute. So please hold off on your questions for a little while. I just want to explain what's been going on with me. Because obviously if you may or may not have noticed, if you're very new, maybe you haven't noticed, but if you've been here a while, I've been pretty inconsistent lately, and it started a few months ago. Just a lot's been going on, so I've been meaning to come on here and give you guys an explanation. Oh my gosh, 1-800-WIG SNATCHED. First of all, love your name. Second of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right off the bat, just thank you so much. Thank you, Phantom. Phantom is... Everybody, if you're here, check out Phantom every time. He's the real MVP. If you hear this noise, just by the way, I wear a lot of bracelets, so I can't help it. But thank you so much, Phantom. He's like one of my best friends in the narration community, seriously, since day one. But yes. I will answer everyone's questions in a little bit. Please just hold off on questions for a little while. If you're a moderator, just let people know that I'll be answering questions in a little bit. And, saying hi to everybody action a little bit. I just want to kind of get what I have to say out of the way, and then we can have some fun. So, yeah. Obviously, I've been pretty inconsistent for the past couple of months, and that all started because back in... Oh my gosh, Phantom, you stop, dude. Thank you so much. I'm gonna, cry. So, if you're listening back, you don't know what I'm going oh my god, about. So, 1-800-WIG SNATCHED and Phantom of Darkness have been so kind as to super chat me, so that's why I'm blah. Thank you so much. Just in case you're wondering why I'm freaking out. Anyway, so yes, I've been inconsistent for a little while. That all started back in the end of November-ish. So I went to the doctor and I had gotten sick. And I'm sorry if this is kind of lagging. It's telling me that it's lagging. Again, I kind of don't know what I'm doing and I don't know how to fix it, so I hope it sorts itself out soon. It better. I'll get in a fight with it. Just trying to see if I can fix it. Sorry, I've interrupted my own self 600 times. Okay. Well. Anyway, hopefully my situation here sorts itself out. But so back at the end of November, I had gone to the doctor and they said that I had the flu, which obviously is horrible. But, I was all right, cool, I'll get medicine for it or whatever, I'll get better. They wound up giving me flu medicine, Tamiflu, I think it was. And it worked to reduce my fever. I was pretty sick. I could barely even get up or anything like that. And it worked to reduce my fever and all that good stuff. But it, that was pretty much it. I did my whole round of medication and I was okay, guess I'm air quotes better. So I start trying to go back to work. And then I'm just not getting better. Like, I wake up and like, wow, I sat up, and I like pat myself on the back for sitting up because it used all of my energy. And it was the worst. So I went back to the doctor and I was like, I'm not getting better. I literally can barely stand. I finished all of my medication. What is going on? So she was like, okay, let me check you out. And she's like, oh yeah, you have pneumonia. I was like, well, that's great. So I wound up basically having pneumonia for a while, and I was just so sick. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't like move. Finally, I got antibiotics and started feeling better, and I was like, great. But since I was sick for literally over an entire month, I wasn't doing work. I couldn't narrate because I didn't sound great. I could barely sit up. It was the worst. So obviously that really, really set me back. I had like plans for Christmas for the channel, everything just like set me so far back. I've never been that far behind ever. And I just kind of, after that, couldn't really get my head above water again. Just so much stuff kept happening. And now, so I've explained this kind of before. I still live with my family and stuff. And for most of my channel's existence, it's been like, on Saturday, I have the house to myself, like nobody's home, it's quiet, so I have like many hours that I could record and get stuff done that I have to do. And it's been like that for a while, and it's been working out well. It's that even alone is still not an ideal situation. I obviously would want to be recording more than one day a week, but that's just the way it is. But yeah, that's just the way that's been working out. Sorry if you guys are experiencing any buffering. I'm trying to like close everything, so that maybe this will work better. I don't know what's going on. I want it to sort itself out, but it's not sorting itself out. Yeah. So anyway, me being able to record on Saturdays and stuff has been the norm for a while. And recently my like family schedule changed, and now I literally have not even one day of the week where I have any extended amount of time to record, which really sucks. So I'm just kind of trying to figure that out now, and trying to figure out like what times are going to work, even if it's just like for a little bit, so I can get content done. But I do ask that you guys bear with me while I try and figure that out. I am trying really, really hard, and trying to figure that out. So yeah, ideally I would like to get my own place, but New York is very expensive, so that's not going to happen immediately. But I really can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait for the day where I give you guys like 100% of myself, and being able to give you like what I want to give you, and like giving you like 100% instead of like, okay, like let me just put out like a 7-minute video because that's all I could do. I mean, I'm sure you guys are all like super supportive and they don't mind the length or anything like that, but I do want to give you more. There's a lot of you now. There's almost 15,000 of you here now. I do want to give you more and like step up my game. I just don't have the resources at the moment to be doing that. So I'm trying. I am trying. But it kind of looks like I might have about an hour or so, 45 minutes, Monday through Friday to get stuff done if everything works out. And, oh yeah, my hours at my job changed, which is also, so I used to also have, like, some mornings I could record for, like, 3-4 hours before I went to work, but now I go to work earlier, so that's not working out either. But yeah, it looks like I might have, like, an hour or so, so I'm gonna try my best to do my best for you at the moment, but I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. I'm okay, like everything's okay. It's just been a little weird between being sick and then the schedule changes and things not working quite in my favor anymore. That just is how it is. So now that that's out of the way, I hope you guys all understand. And, you know, I'm going to keep trying my best. On the brighter side of things, Valentine's Day merch, if you want, it'll be available for next week. Hello, Being Scared. Hello, Bad Vibe Storytelling. What's up, guys? Hi, Wick David. Hi, everybody. Yes, so Valentine's Day merch is up now. If you guys want to get it, the link to my merch store is in the description, or should be in the description of this video. So if you want, you can go get that. It will be available for the next week. The last day you can get it is on Valentine's Day. It's just a silly little thing that I kind of actually got the idea from you guys, because everyone calls me like Beb or whatever. And it always reminds me of like, hey, baby. I don't know why. So that's why I kind of made that merch. It makes me laugh. I think it's funny. I don't know if you guys find it humorous at all. You can also get my regular line of merch that is available. That's always available. So if you guys want some Valentine's Day hey baby merch, you can go ahead and get it. It will be available only in the red, exclusively in the red. The red will not be available again for probably ever or for a while. If you like this merch, it should be popping up on the screen periodically. I do hope in the future to possibly maybe release it in other colors, but the red will not be coming back. So if you guys want it, please, I would appreciate if you go and check it out. Hi, Alberto Orlanes. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Thank you so much for the super chat. And he says, appreciate the update. Glad you're back and feeling better. Hope everything works out the way you want. I'll keep you in my prayers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. Oh, good news. The stream seems to be doing better now if you were experiencing any technical issues on your end. So that's good. And thank you so much. And yes, and honestly, guys, if you're going to feel like super chatting or donating money, I would really, really, really appreciate it if you would go check out the merch, because at least you get something from it. You'll get like a shirt or a mug or whatever. There's shirts, there's mugs, there's tank tops, bags, bunch of cool stuff. So if you guys would like to go check that out, you know, I would really appreciate that too. And at least you get something cool out of it. And I actually have bought one of my own merches. I bought one. Is that even correct English? I actually have bought one of my own sweaters, the BMO sweater. And it's actually really, I'm not even just saying this, like it's actually, I wanted to test it out because I didn't want you guys getting like crappy sweaters or anything like that. So I actually bought one myself, and it is amazing. It's like really thick, really good quality. The picture on it looks really good. I wear it all the time, so I wouldn't be like, I'm not trying to sell you guys crap. I actually tested it out myself. So, you know, if you do feel like being generous, definitely go buy yourself a t-shirt, hoodie, sweater, mugs. There's should be something for everybody, all price points. I know that money is tight for people. So Ryan Tremblay says, I thought the lag was just me having that sort of day where I'm lagging. Apparently so am I. But yeah. Phantom says, super chat is better though. I don't know. I feel like if you like give the money and you get a sweater, I feel like that's pretty cool. Like at least you get a thing and you could wear it. And if anybody does buy merch at any point in time, I actually just changed my Instagram handle, but you can tag me on Instagram in your merch, like wearing it and stuff, and I'll put you on my Instagram story. I'll put my Instagram tag here for you guys, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, also incentive if you want to follow me on Instagram, face reveal. So you can see what I look like if you're curious. Hi, Brandon. Thank you. He says, Brandon says, hey, welcome back. Hello. Super chat takes like a third of the profit. I'm not, does it? I'm not sure. I don't get enough really to notice. I guess now I can keep track of what was here and see what happens, but I'm just grateful for anything, honestly. Something is better than nothing, isn't it, I suppose? But yeah. Anyway, would you guys feel like playing, I've seen a lot of YouTubers doing the like make an assumption about me kind of thing. Would you guys feel like playing that? Like you can type an assumption in the chat and I'll say if it's true or false, or you guys can just ask questions, whatever you want. Yeah. So that sounds fun. So if anybody wants to start, feel free. You can make an assumption about me. I don't care what it is. Or you could just ask a question. Swamp Dweller in the chat. What's up, dude? I was just explaining to everyone why I suck, basically. And now we're playing make an assumption about me. Or ask a question. Whatever. Dog Humps Monkey says, I assume you're blonde. Spoiler alert, she's blonde. Crazy Kid says, what's your favorite color? Judging by almost everything on this channel, I'd like you to take a guess. Aria says, you are not a natural blonde. I am actually a natural blonde. You might be hearing some background noise in a minute, just fair warning. I actually am a natural blonde. I'm not like platinum blonde. I'm like a dark blonde. And I currently actually have a blonde ombre and like blonde highlights in my bangs and stuff like that. So that part isn't natural, but my base color is naturally blonde. Natasha Villanova, did I say that right? I hope so, says, you sound beautiful. Blue eyes? Yes, thank you, first of all, and second of all, yes, I do have blue eyes. And you can follow me on Instagram if you want to see what I look like. It's, the tag in the description box is wrong because I just recently changed it. So, you guys can follow me on Instagram if you want to see. Swamp goes, are you gay? No, I like the men. Mr. Fantastic says, why don't you show your face? 'Cause it just doesn't, I don't know. For narrations, it's just better not to. I mean, I don't have like a privacy, it's not like privacy reasons or anything like that because like, you can find my face on most of my social media. But yeah, it's just better. It's harder, I guess, it's easier for like editing audio and stuff like that for the stories to flow better. If it was like me talking, it would be me going like like the whole time. So yeah, I don't think you guys would want that. If Swamp Dollar says, if it's not gay, it's not the way. Hey, man. Whatever makes you happy. Someone said, I'm sorry, I missed it. Let me see if I can find you. Ryan Tremblay says, I can safely assume you do not have black eyes. No, I do not have black eyes. Zzz Closer says, your favorite movie is Shaun of the Dead. It is not, unfortunately. My favorite movie, I think, would have to be Spirited Away. Richie Sanagato says, I miss your stories. I need alien abduction stories, please. I will look for some. I can tell you guys what to expect in the near future because I actually do have some stuff coming. Don't you worry. Working on, hopefully, finishing tonight is creepy neighbor stories, like messed up neighbor. They're like pretty messed up, I feel like, the ones I found. So like creepy neighbor stories, and I have a Valentine's video coming up, and it's like online dating gone wrong, and I do have a scary Pokemon story, so there's at least 3 videos coming your way. The eyes are silent. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to try again to pronounce your name because I'm just going to ruin it, but thank you, Natasha. Aria says, is that you in the profile picture? Is that what that is? Yes, that's actually my actual face, but edited. Demonic Nikki 99 assumes you're 23 years old. True or not? I am actually not 23 years old. Why don't you take a guess how old I am? Some people know. Some people don't. Mike says, hey, ooh, nice, a stream. Nice. Did you just start? I started about 20 minutes ago. Larry Garman Jr. says, I think you work in a restaurant. I actually do not work, nor have I ever worked in a restaurant. Brandon James says, do you have any scary personal stories that have happened to you? Yes, there are actually 2 on my channel. You have to go maybe back a couple 2 years at this point. I have 2 personal stories on my channel, and I do have a couple more that I hope to actually, like, I just need the time to sit and write them out and make them all good and stuff. Ace Sarmiento, I hope, I'm sorry guys if I ruin any of your names. What's your type of music, dude? I like mostly metal and stuff like that, metal, rock, and oddly enough, way out of left field, my favorite band is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but besides that, mostly metal and rock. Swamp Goes 27, ? I'm actually 28 years old. I'm an old person. But lots of people ask me when I'm graduating high school, so that's fun. Celtic Girl says, Children of the Damned was an amazing film, the original one. Those are some bitchin' eyes, speaking of. Oh, thank you so much. And I've never heard of that movie, but I'll have to check it out. Aria says, is Breaking Benjamin a good band? I don't really mind them. They're pretty good. You are close enough. I think the last time that we had talked about like how old I am, I was 27, so that makes sense. Wick Davis says 28 is not even close to old. Yeah, no, I don't feel 20. I don't feel like an adult at all. I suck at being an adult. Sorry, Knights of the Dank Table. Ooh, love it. Can you type it again? I'm sorry. Sometimes things go by too fast and I don't see them. Please type it again. I'm sorry if I skip anyone's question. Please, I'm not doing it intentionally. Swamp goes, you're too famous for the Swampy D now. That's not even remotely true. You're about to hit 100K if you didn't already. I'm still a little baby. Lembochi Production says, I'm 28 myself, getting close to my 30s. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. So then it's like you have to be a real adult. I don't know. I'm really bad at adulting. Anybody else really bad at adulting? I just can't get it together. I try. I pay my bills and I go to work. I guess that's all that matters. Oh, and I pay my taxes. Don't forget to pay your taxes. That's fine. I'm like, I didn't pay you for 26 for some reason. That's pretty cool to know. Knights of the Dank Table says anything scary happened to you in real life? The kind of scary stuff that's in your stories. I say this on every stream. I feel like people are gonna like, I don't know, punch me in the face for saying it so many times. I do have a story on my channel. You just look it up, just like Black-Eyed Blonde. I heard a live kidnapping on the radio. That is something pretty interesting that happened. Listen to the story. It's I heard a live kidnapping on the radio. I also have a crazy ex story that I did for Valentine's Day or some sort of subscriber special a few years ago. It's called Monsters Are Real. Those are 2 scary stories that actually happened to me, kind of like what goes on. Usually when I have sleep paralysis, I don't get anything crazy happening to me, but recently I did have a kind of creepy one. It's not long enough to be a standalone, so I'd have to do it with other sleep paralysis stories, but that might be coming up soon. My boyfriend's house is like kind of haunted, so I have some stories there. Like I said, I just need to organize my thoughts and get myself together to write them down so that I can bring them to you guys. Swamp says, you'll be the first female narrator to reach 100K. That would be dope. I hope so. I bet $1,000 on it. I'll hold you to it. Malcolm goes, taxes? Ugh, if you don't have to pay taxes yet, like, yeah, good. Arya says, the polar vortex messed up my taxes. That sucks. Mike says, why is that? Did you think I was younger or older? I thought you were older. Not like old, just older. I don't know. I just like, some of you guys that talk to me a lot, I kind of like imagine, you know, like what you're like. Is that creepy? I don't know. Malcolm L says, hey, are you interested in a true military story? It's not supernatural, it's just real. Of course, Malcolm, I would love it. You can send it to my website, or my email, or my subreddit, if you're interested. Dog Comes Monkey says, would you rather be royalty in hell tormenting the damned, or just another mook sleeping around in heaven? That's a tough one. I might pick royalty in hell. Limbo G Productions says, these scary stories help me go to sleep. I don't know why. It just does. I actually listen to my fellow narrators to go to sleep too. And that's kind of how I got into this, because I started listening to narrations to go to sleep. And here we are today. Swamp goes, yikes, get a good tax lawyer, folks. Yeah, if you guys aren't paying your taxes. Oh, you're not even from here, Australia. Ugh, yeah, I don't know what it's like over there, but here we have to pay taxes. Ugh. Strange and Wonderful says, I just got on stream and you have truly been missed. Big hugs. Thank you so much. I've really missed you guys too. Celtic Girl says, do you like sushi and what is your favorite food? Sushi, actually. So yes, I like sushi, and sushi is my favorite food. I'm ex-Australian Army, Malcolm says. That's dope. I am old, really. 25 years ago, I was in a combat zone. That's really very interesting and sounds kind of scary. I'm glad you made it back to us. Mr. Lowe, first time here. Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. I'm happy that we can pop your stream, Cherry. I'm glad that you're here. It's a story of cannibalism from Afghanistan. Yes, I'm very interested in that, actually. That sounds very, very interesting. Please send it to me. All the information that you need to send it is popping up across the screen, so please, I would love to hear from you. Genuinely, I really would love to hear from you. Aria says, I haven't seen these around, so would you consider true stories about people's experience with doctors and hospitals? If I can find any that are creepy, like specifically with doctors and hospitals, I know that there's a lot of like, oh, I saw a ghost in the hospital, or there was a crazy patient in the hospital, stuff like that, but none specifically relating to like the doctor being crazy or anything weird like that. Guy Sun Road says, hi, just got here. I'm glad you're back. I'm a huge fan. Thank you and welcome. I appreciate that very much. Wolfie Paws in the house. What's up? Larry Garman Jr. asks, do you like to garden? I don't know, because I just don't. Like, I never really have intensely gardened before, so I'm not sure. I can imagine myself maybe not liking it so much, but I'll have to get back to you on that one. I mean, I've taken care of house plants and stuff and planted the occasional flower here or there, but I'm not like a super green thumb kind of person. Mike says, I'd love to say us Canadians don't pay tax, but unfortunately we do as well. Free healthcare though, so it works out. Yeah. I would take tax, over... I would take free healthcare and pay more taxes, honestly. I don't know how it works, but man, let me tell you, I was just saying before about how I was sick and I had the flu and then I got pneumonia. It cost me like $200 to be sick, and I didn't even do anything. Like, went to the doctor, and when you go to a doctor here in America, if you have health insurance, you pay a copay, which is usually, I don't know, mine's like $25. So I had gone to the doctor, paid $25. Then they're like, here's a bunch of prescriptions. That was like $50. And then I took all the prescriptions, and those prescriptions didn't work because I still had pneumonia. So I go back to the doctor. That's $25 again. Then I get different prescriptions. That's another, like, I don't even know how much money. And then they wanted me to get a chest x-ray, which was another $25. And then after I was all technically better, they wanted me to get another chest x-ray, which was another $25. So it cost me an exorbitant amount of money to have pneumonia, and I didn't even really do anything. I didn't go to the hospital, like nothing, and it still cost me like so much money. It was really dumb. Anyway, Celtic Girl says, I like psych ward stories. They're really scary. I don't know if you've checked out my series here. It's called The Ward. It's kind of like a psych ward kind of crazy. It's a series, so you can watch it from beginning to end. I have you can watch it individually, or I have a video where it's all together, so that might be up your alley. Crazy Kid says, what's your favorite animal? I really like monkeys and cats and bunnies. Yes. Wolfie Paw says, I might start narrating on my channel. What tips do you give for narrating? Make sure I have some like weird stuff that I'm going to tell you, Wolfie Paws. Brush your teeth before you narrate. I find that really helps. Make sure that before you start narrating, your voice is warmed up. You don't have to do like la 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 or anything weird like that. But just like make sure you've been talking for a little while, before you start narrating. I usually don't eat right before I narrate. I would recommend not eating right before, because that's going to it's just going to make things a little messy in there. And just relax and be yourself and do it in a space that feels comfortable for you, which is kind of why I'm having trouble right now, because I'm having trouble finding a comfortable space to narrate. But yeah, make sure you just do it, just be yourself, relax, and do it in a comfortable space. Mike responding to my whole rant about how much money I had to pay when I was sick. What in the holy hell? We pay a flat $0, and medicine is covered up until 21 years old. That's dope. Well, I mean, medicine still wouldn't be covered because I'm not 21, but I wish. Anyway, Adam Garcia says, Black-Eyed Blonde, you are awesome. Thank you so much, Adam. Surgeries are free as well. I'm moving to Canada. That's what everyone says, but I apparently I hear that it's not so easy to just up and move to Canada. It's actually quite difficult, so I'm not going to just up and move to Canada. Wick David says, I have been in a number of wards myself. They are scary. Worse when you are not doing well. I'm really sorry that you had to go through that, and I hope you're doing better now. But it is good that you hopefully had gotten the help that you need. Don't even say pneumonia. You get charged 25 more. Yes. Insane Caveman says, will you do any Valentine's stories? Yes, it's not going to be like an incredibly long video, which I apologize for, but for Valentine's Day, I do have 3 online dating stories, online dating gone wrong kind of stories. And hopefully, these videos might kind of be back to back, but hopefully I can get the neighbor's story video, creepy neighbor story video out relatively soon. I just have to finish editing one more of the stories. I'm halfway done with that, and then I just have to make the video. One of the stories in it, the author that sent it to me actually sent me pictures to go along with it, and one of the stories, if the link still works, because it was posted quite some time ago, if the link still works, there's actually a real news article that goes along with it, so that's kind of cool for this upcoming video. Dog Comes Monkey says, I spent a decade as a guard in a psych hospital. It bounces back and forth between hilarious and terrifying. That's something that I would really, I couldn't like actually guard anything because I'm like a little tiny weak person. But I went to school. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I just never pursued higher education after that. But I've always wanted to work on a psych ward and like do that kind of stuff. Malcolm says, for Australia, taxpayer pays healthcare. It's free, not free tax. It's better than Canada. No offense. Ooh, Australia, Canada war going on. Crazy Kids asks, if you could have any power, what would you have? And you can have more than one. I would probably want to fly. That sounds pretty cool. Be strong, because I'm really weak. Be like super strong. I don't know. That's all I got for now. Maybe be invisible. That would be fun, I feel like. Wolfie Paws says, I'll see you later. Thank you for the tips and have a nice day. Bye, Wolfie Paws. Thank you for stopping by. Ivory Roomy Wood says, I've never seen pigeons in my little town before. Have you seen pigeons? Oh, man, have I seen pigeons. There are so many pigeons where I live. I see, like, hundreds and hundreds of them every day. That's crazy. Celtic Girl asks, is it cold where you are currently? It's freezing, and I'm in Cali right now. So first of all, what's freezing to you? What's freezing to California people? Right now, it is cold where I am. Let me look at the actual temperature. Oh, I just saw that I'm competing with Southern Cannibal. He just started a live stream. Don't leave me. Stay here. And then go see him later. He's pretty dope. It's currently 43 degrees here where I am, which is a lot warmer than it's been, I must say. Yeah, 43. 40 is pretty cold. I can't believe it's 40 degrees in California. Adam Sarmiento says, speaking of metal, have you listened to The Silver Scream by Ice Nine Kills? I have not, but I have heard of that band. I'm not super into them. I have to check them out more. They've come around my area a few times, though. I've seen them live, like, once or twice. Let's see. Hey, Black-Eyed Blonde, can you just tell us where you have been? I actually already did at the beginning of the stream, but I will recap that really quick for you. I was really sick. I had air quotes, I had the flu, but then apparently it was pneumonia, so I was literally sick for an entire month. That was like November to December. I was just sick. And then recently, due to schedule changes and like things in my life, I don't really have a comfortable space to narrate at the moment. I don't have the same amount of time to narrate as I used to, so it's been a little bit difficult. If you want to hear the whole entire spiel about it, I am going to save this stream, or you can skip, I believe you can skip back. But basically, I was really sick, and then I got better, but then stuff in my life has just made it difficult for me to narrate. At the moment, I just don't have a spot to do it consistently, so, you know. But I am, even if I have to go back to narrating in my car, I will do that. I'm trying. So, yes. That's just the way it is. But, yeah, let's see. Where are you people? That's -5 degrees. I'm so sorry. That's so cold. Yeah, excuse me for just 1 second, guys. Sorry guys, I'm back. So John, oh my gosh, sorry, what I missed? John, am I saying in John's Tea Box says, I'm glad you're better. Thank you so much. In Australia, it's 42 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what is in degrees, but 95% humidity sounds awful. I'm sorry for all you guys that are in like the polar vortex. We did have, it was like not -5 degrees. It was like regular 5 degrees here, like last week, with highs in the teens. So that was pretty cold. But it was weird. Then all of a sudden, it was like 60 degrees the other day and I wasn't wearing a jacket, and from it being like 15 degrees, so I don't know. Weather is weird. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be like 60 degrees again, which is just so much. Weather is crazy, and I don't know. Can't tell you. Now we're just talking about the weather. We're just an interesting bunch, aren't we? All right. Anybody else have any assumptions or questions that they want to ask? Yeah. I'm glad you guys are sticking by me, though. I know that it's been rough. But I appreciate, and if you guys, there's a lot of new faces here. I'm so grateful that you guys are here. We're almost at 15,000. Can you believe that? I would never thought in a million years when I started this channel that I would be at 15,000 subscribers. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Celtic Girl says, your favorite music, please. Yes, I like mostly metal and rock and stuff like that. I'm really into Wage War right now, the band Wage War. They're really good. I've been digging them lately. Cane Hill, the band Cane Hill, love them. Red Hot Chili Peppers is my favorite band, though, which is like kind of out of left field from all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I have a wide variety of like all different types of rock and metal I'm into. DGM says, what are your videos about? Well, if you're very new here and you don't know what my videos are about, I narrate a wide range of scary stories, from true to fiction, all kinds of stuff, covering all kinds of topics, if you're interested in listening. Aria, favorite cheese? Brie, hands down, 100% Brie. I love Brie so much. Sounds like I'm saying I love a person, but it's cheese. The cheese Brie. I love it. Celtic Girl says, I love female-fronted metal, like Nightwish, Leaves, Eyes, etc. Yeah, those bands are pretty dope. They're not exactly 100% female-fronted, but one of the bands I really like was El Fuete. I really like them. Ace Saramanza says, alright, gotta go back to work. Alright, have a good night or day, wherever you are. And thank you for stopping by. See you later. DGM says, are the stories real or fake? I do both. The title will usually say if it's true or not. So it's usually very clear which ones are true or fake. I also have a playlist, I think a separate playlist for fictional and true stories if you want to check them out. We also have some merch if you're interested in buying any merch. We have fun here. But yeah, I do both true and fictional stories. I don't like to limit myself. I would like to do more true stuff, but I get a lot more submissions of like fake story. Is it creepypasta? See, I don't like the term creepypasta because when I think of creepypastas, I think of like Slender Man and Smile Dog and all those kind of things. So no, it's not that, but I guess it's, creepypasta. They're scary stories. Just some scary stories. Cat Daddy says, what's good? Hope all's well. Thank you, Cat Daddy and Cornflake. Hope all is well with you, too. Ivory Roomy Wood says, I love horror stories and also some sad stories. Well, I got plenty of those. I kind of like sad stories, too. I find them very interesting. Crazy Kid says, bye. I need to go. Hope things get better. Hope things go good for you. Bye. Wow. How do I narrate? And I can't really even read. Well, anyway, goodbye, Crazy Kids. Thank you for stopping by. Celtic Girl says, I never understood the term creepy. This is what happens when I narrate, guys. I just, mess up all the time. I never understood the creepypasta term. I never understood it either. It's weird to me. I don't know where it came from. I should research that. DGM says, are you going to share them? Share them, I'm assuming, is what you're trying to say. Share them soon. I already actually have shared them. This right now is a live stream, so I'm just kind of like talking and hanging out. But if you click on my channel, you can see all of my videos, and they're all different types of stories. You might find something that you're interested in if you want to check it out. But I won't be sharing any stories here today, just kind of hanging out right now. But there are plenty of stories on my channel for you to check out and see. Cat Daddy and Cornflake says, it is, thank you, and good night. Good night, thank you for stopping by. Naruya, I believe you asked before if I liked anime, so I'm going to answer both of your questions right now. Asked if I liked anime, the answer is yes. And are you a cat or a dog person? Both. I currently have a cat, so that's a thing, but I had a dog in the past too. I love them both pretty much equally. Roach Dog Jr. says, damn, I just arrived. Don't worry, I'm not leaving. Some other people who were in the chat with us are leaving, so I was just saying goodbye. Don't worry, you still have some time. Yes. Aria says, copy pasta equals copy paste equals creepy pasta. Is that true? That's interesting. Ivory Rumi Wood said, what's your favorite drink? Mine is Coca-Cola. My favorite drinks would have to be root beer and iced tea. I've been really into the iced tea lemonade recently, but mostly root beer and iced tea. And I genuinely like water. I drink a lot of water. Celtic Girl asks, has everyone asked what your favorite classic horror film is? Older film, I mean, like 60s through the 90s. No one's ever asked. I don't know. I don't know when the dates of when things came out. Like, would Texas Chainsaw Massacre count? Yeah, maybe. The original, not the new remake. And would I Spit on Your Grave, the original, count? I like the remake too, though. DGM says, I am going to watch the other videos. Awesome, I hope that you enjoy. Thank you so much. Is pasta short for something? I couldn't tell you. DGM says, I love root beer too. That's awesome. It's a very good drink. Except, somebody told me, oh my gosh, recently, like, oh, I'm gonna ruin root beer for all of you. Just give me a minute. Elise Alexis, who has a channel on here, actually was like, root beer is mint soda, and I was like, you're lying to me. And then I drank it, and it kind of tasted like mint, and I was really freaked out. So, anyway, Aria asks, do you have any tips on writing a horror story about a young bullied girl who died without coming off as an edgy, laughable creepypasta? Just tell it like it is, you know, make it real, and don't, just make it real, you know, lots of details, and make it deep, emotional, and not, like, campy, I guess is the word I'm looking for, you know, just try your best. Celtic Girl says, watch Burnt Offerings with Karen Black, you won't sleep for a week, I mean it. Ooh, I'll definitely have to try and find that. That sounds good. I like not sleeping for a week. Has anybody watched Abducted in Plain Sight recently? I started watching it, and I was like, what the heck is going on? These people are out of their minds. But then I was really tired, and I fell asleep. And so I hope to finish that tonight when I get off here. So, yeah, I'm probably going to go on here for about another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to have to say goodnight because I do have to eat dinner. I'm pretty hungry. I have some penne alla vodka waiting in the fridge, so yeah. Bye, DGM. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad. I hope that you check out some of the videos and that you enjoy what you see, or hear, rather, and thanks for checking me out. Ivory Rumi Wood said, do you know the government put fluoride in our water? Yeah, I've heard such things. Wick David says, I have yet to find horror that I personally find actually scary myself. Yeah, I've been having trouble actually being genuinely scared. Some people may disagree with this, but I watched The Haunting of Hill House. Oh, someone just Mike literally read my mind and wrote The Haunting of Hill House as I said that. So yes, recently I've watched The Haunting of Hill House, and I audibly screamed out loud at some parts. Like, the jump scares and stuff in that show are really good, and it's a good story, and I found it pretty scary at some parts where I actually screamed out loud, which hasn't happened to me in so many years. So I would highly recommend watching The Haunting on Hill House on Netflix. Some people didn't like it, but I thought that was a pretty good show. Yes. Marie asked, have you seen I Hired a Hitman on Myself? It's not scary, just interesting. Yeah, I've listened to that story before. Yes, I watched Bird Box too. Two people just mentioned Bird Box. I didn't think Bird Box was necessarily scary. I thought it was a pretty interesting movie. I thought it was an okay movie as far as it being scary. Not really. I thought it was interesting though. Mike says regarding Haunting of Hill House, exactly, same here. Very few horror-related shows, movies remotely scare me, but Haunting of Hill House did it for me. Yeah, it not only has scary parts that might make you scream or jump, it also is just a good story about the other stuff that goes on is also a good story. So yes, you should binge watch it. It's really, really good. It's on Netflix. I'm just a walking advertisement for Netflix. Sponsor me. But I can't tell you guys how happy I am that I got to stream tonight, honestly. I was thinking maybe I can't, maybe I don't have the time, maybe I'm not going to, I'm tired, but I'm really glad that I pulled myself together and streamed for you guys and just briefly explained what was going on. Oh man, it's been way too long. I'm so glad. Naruya asked, do you ever go on the dark web? No, I do not dare. I'm not smart enough with computers or life to even remotely attempt. I would probably have someone at my door killing me or something if I went on the dark web. Salta Girl says, I like this channel, just recently found it. Almost forgot to hit like. I'm number 28. Thank you. Wick David said, once a person deals with things others would think of horror type things in real life, a movie is meh in many cases. That is very true. A sad and true fact, honestly. Yes. Mike says, I'm glad that you were able to stream too. It's good hearing you're doing good and updating as well. Yes, thank you. I'm trying to do the best I can. Master Torch is in the house. What's up? And Steve says, hey, Netflix is most of my life. Nice to make it to the live stream. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. And Netflix is, I feel like most of a lot of people's lives these days, honestly. Did you hear about that Apple glitch? Brendan Newell asked, did you hear about that Apple glitch? Is that where it was the one that Shane Dawson had talked about? I don't know if you watched Shane Dawson's video. The one where it's it was recording videos before your pictures, and then you were able to hear people talking before they even actually picked up the phone. That stuff was freaky. Yeah. So, I don't have an Apple phone, so thank goodness. Because I'm not about that. I would not want that. Imagine, you're oh man, this stupid person's calling again, and then you pick up the phone and they're like, I heard you. That would suck. The dark web is not as Roach Dog Jr. says, dark web is not as interesting as most people think, mostly a place where people sell stolen goods and drugs. Yeah, I've heard because I have not personally ever done it, but I've heard that a lot of the dark web stories, while claimed to be true, are highly exaggerated or not true at all. So, take it with a grain of salt, if you will. Mike says the deep fake Shane's put more light towards are creepy as hell too. It's not even regulated at all, which is more disturbing. Yeah, the deep fakes were pretty freaky. I I kind of knew about that, but not in depth. So that is pretty freaky. I'm not about that. I don't want people stealing my face. And that's like, it can happen to anybody. Anybody could just have their face stolen and become a deep fake. Not good. If you guys don't know what deep fakes are, it's like this app where, this like, not app, it's like a software where you can take someone's face and put it on anyone's body, basically, and it's pretty accurate looking to the point where you almost couldn't tell. So, oof. Floyd Levi asked, do you like spicy foods? It depends. I don't like incredibly spicy foods, but I like a good mild hot wing. Just like mildly spicy, not crazy spicy. Master Torch says 24 more till 15K. I know, I'm so excited. I can't wait. 15K is pretty big, and then 20K is the next really big one. I'm excited. I can't believe it. Who would have thought? Honestly, I wouldn't have thought. That's what I'm saying. What David says, I can do deep fakes with photo editing. I do not need a special program for that, but I'm a digital artist. Yeah, you don't need a special. With this one, it's not just like putting a face on a face. It's like they'll actually talk and move and like do facial expressions. So it looks like if it was like a video of someone you knew, like you wouldn't know if it's their real face or not. It's super wild. You should definitely look it up if you don't know about it already. Deep fakes. Wild. That would be a good video if I could find like deep fake stories, like people who have been wronged by deep fakes. Oof. Phantom! Oh my god! Phantom of Darkness coming in with the super chat again, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And he sent a poop emoji. I appreciate the poop emoji. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta repay you someday, man. Celtic Girl says freshwater eel and yellowtail are my favorite sushis. What are yours? I'm a big fan of salmon sushi, just like simple salmon sushi. And there's these rolls that I get at the restaurant near me. There's a magic roll. I can't tell you everything that's in it off the top of my head, but there's a bunch of stuff in it. And so the magic roll, and I really like, oh my gosh. I can't say the name of the roll because it'll give away where I live, but there's a roll at the restaurant that the sushi restaurant I frequent that's named after my town, and I really like that roll too. I was about to say it, and then you just all come and murder me or something. I doubt you'd murder me. You might just come visit me and say hello. But yeah. Didn't dox myself. Phantom says, I'm trying to make up for the lost revenue from not being able to upload. Dude, I don't even make, that's not even how much I'm losing. I don't make that much. Thank you. I think you've given me like double my revenue, honestly. Thank you so much. Like my heart, dude. Ivory Rumiwood says, I like the cold. Do you? I absolutely do not like the cold. I like the warm. I like being warm. I like being so warm. That's all I like. I do not like being cold. I wish I could move somewhere where it's like nice and warm all the time. My boyfriend's home, so I'm gonna have to stop now. He says hello to you guys. He's waving like a creep. So Floyd Levy, Floyd Levy says, do you ever look into the sky and wonder why? All the time, dude. All the time.
I'm in mid-existential crisis right now.
Yeah, my boyfriend's he's currently having an existential crisis. You're witnessing it live on stream. No, but yeah. So, like I said, I just wanted to explain to you guys what was going on and why I haven't been around. If you have any stories, you can submit them to any of the places that have been displayed on the screen. And also get your exclusive Valentine's Day merch before it is gone if that's something that you're interested in. Thank you to everybody who donated, especially Phantom. I really appreciate you, dude, and I really appreciate each and every one of you who donated. I'm going to shout you out. Mostly it's just Phantom, but I'm going to shout everybody out who donated again. Thank you, 1-800-WIG-SNATCHED. Thank you, Phantom of Darkness. Thank you, Alberto Orlanas. I'm sorry if I ruined your name again. And yes, thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, check out the merch, submit your stories. I would love to hear from you. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. My boyfriend just made my cat meow. If you heard that, it was super weird. I didn't even sound right, dude. Are you okay? Anyway, guys, again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Here's to 15,000. And have a good night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Bye.